I think Martech is something that has been very, very eternal to MG since 2017. It has been, foundational to what we've been able to do on the digital front over the last 4.5 years. We've been a full stack Adobe client where we've been using their marketing tech stack for personalization and contextualization. Now, as we move forward and leap forward towards a cookieless world where the third party cookie is getting deprecated, the reliance on first party data is increasing. So what we foresee is how do we build an independent first party data stack where we are enabling our customers for more contextual, hyper personalized and targeted experiences in the overall journey. So whether you're at a showroom, whether you are on our website, whether you're independently experiencing this in the virtual world with a sales consultant, the unification of the experience is something that Martech stacks will drive. And the second, or I would say the most important thing that was and that will stay consistent is measurement. How you are measuring this entire journey would be a critical aspect for now, for the future and the times to come.
For us, as an omni brand, Duroflex is present in both offline and online, and consumer journey is very critical to us. In the last 2 years post-pandemic, we've built the marketing efforts on digital while servicing the brand offline, which is 80% of our business. So from a Martech stack, it is very important for us to get solutions which break down the consumer journey and talk to the consumer in that part of the journey and not really a very common top of the funnel sort of conversation. So consumer journey is what I'm really looking at.
So while building and improving our marketing tech stacks, right now priorities are, like we all said, a lot of different things are happening. So you're running campaigns on a Martech tool for retention. You're running new user acquisition campaigns on multiple platforms. You're doing a lot of awareness and consideration campaigns on different platforms. You're doing a lot of organic campaigns on social, short form video platforms, TV partnerships, brand partnerships. All of this, what we are seeing as our need right now is really great attribution, really transparent metrics of measurement, understanding what role is, which one is playing what role will help marketers really up their game with marketing.
The key priority is to actually have the similar, kind of experience for my consumers, which they have on my offline stores, and bringing them to online. So seamless customer journey experience across channels, making it relevant for consumers across my entire channel stack.
In terms of the tech stack, I think we definitely, I think would focus a lot on data tracking, like really understanding the consumer and what all tools we can get in a very simplified format of understanding, this customer who's buying online, buying offline, because we sell our products in over 3,500 general trade stores, modern trade stores, as well as all the marketplaces, as well as hyper local and online. Who is this one consumer? What is this consumer's habit when it comes to the channel mix? So I think that will become super critical. I see that as a big black hole right now. And as also the privacy laws become more and more, they become more important to every business owner as well as a service provider. I think that will all kind of it will become very important to really understand who this consumer is through unified tracking system. So that's one. The second would definitely be around content creation. How can genuine content be created, and how can that be distributed across channels? So I think these two things are key right now for me.
From a brand perspective, I think it's always different for every stage of the brand. For us at this stage, I think top of the funnel is the most important, because the more people, the more eyeballs that you reach out to as a brand. Once you've got the brand thesis set out, once you have all your other KPIs figured out, all you just need to do is reach out to more and more people. So yeah, top of the funnel it is.
First is outside what is happening, your ecosystem. When I say ecosystem, the platform where the users are coming to. That can be your D2C website, that can be Amazon, that can be Nykaa. As of now, we are in a space where consumers are directly connected to the brands. So the D2C platform where the users land becomes the primary importance, becomes the prime platform for us to develop and scale it with technology. And the second part of the question would be how do we get traffic to that platform? In both the cases, we need to have an effective tech stack, the marketing tech stack developed. The first one, which is traffic, as Tarun mentioned, we need to be present on all the touch points where our consumers are. Now, as we develop those touch points, we would need a marketing technology which helps us identify that we are not reaching out to the consumer, same consumer again and again. In a marketing language, how do we effectively manage the reach and frequency across different touch points? And if a technology can help us build that solution to manage our reach and frequency based on the target audience of the brand, I think that helps us manage traffic and scale traffic for the brands. And when it comes to our own platform, building it on the right platform, like we use Shopify, so a lot of things become easier for us when it comes to development and capturing touch points for a consumer. But when a consumer lands on the website, we need to first get the consumer data for us to reach out to the consumers in the most effective way, may it be SMS, WhatsApp, email, the channel where consumer is most comfortable with. So developing the technologies so that we can capture data when a consumer lands, from the moment a consumer lands to the point where the consumer transacts. So the entire journey needs to be captured, and platforms like CleverTap, MoEngage, WebEngage helps us do that effectively. Channels like Line Chat, where they're developing chatbots on the website, also help us develop these technologies effectively. So I think both the parts are important. How do we manage the traffic and track the traffic to the time when, how do we manage the funnel of a consumer and capture all the events and touch points of a consumer?
See, as while there is definitely growth that one is seeing, there is definitely a lot of challenge in the macro environment, and what that leads us, or what that means, is that even from marketing stacks, the first priority would be to make most efficient use of what you have. So I think streamlining your stack becomes very, very important for next year as a priority, because it is very important that I'm able to maximize what the kind of the stack that I've built. But specifically speaking, what am I seeking, let's say, differently, and I spoke about that in the morning in the session as well, is the increased, data behind how I measure ROI, and can I have more accurate attribution models? Because it helps in many ways. Of course, as a marketer, it helps in the most efficient use of my budget, right? But at the same time, it also helps me attribute fairly and attribute right to whoever has played the, whatever touch point and partners have played a role in leading to my final, let's say, conversion. So according to me, this is going to be the second focus area, which is getting the attribution models right, being data driven, being analytics driven, because of course, as we just spoke actually, the consumer journeys are becoming more and more complex. So simple and attribution models won't do anymore. So I think it's going to be important that we have data-driven, attribution models, and that is going to be one of the other priorities for our stack.